All right, the game has ended between Rangers International and Enyimba. Quite unfortunately, Enyimba International defeated the Cathedral team, Rangers International, by 2 goals to 1. We saw that game, quite fantastic. It was massive. Look at the fans. They are all saluting, of course, the players of Enyimba International. It got to a point that the supporters of Rangers International were actually, dallying the team of Enyimba International, meaning that Enyimba played good football in this game. But of course, it has not been a very good one for Rangers International. 6 losses at the Cathedral, not something that Fidelis Electrico and the management of Amobi Zaka will be happy for. But, before this game started, we spoke to Godwin, and he's also here again. Godwin, quite unfortunately, this game has ended. Enyimba International beating Rangers International to another Ranger derby.
I was hoping against hope, hoping I was Rangers was going to get this one, but you can see they had no answer to whatever Enyimba brought to them. Took big goal in the space of 6 minutes. First half goal, but Rangers couldn't make it in the second half. It was a game of two halves, but you can't go to sleep in the first half. So 6 defeats in how many games for Rangers this season? Everybody comes to this place hoping to get a victory. At this point, I don't think the manager have an answer to what is happening to Rangers. It's a bad season. They should just take it as it comes.
Can we not say that the season is over for Rangers International? No continental tickets.
No continental ticket because if you cannot win your home games, what happens away? So I think we should forget about continental ticket built for next season. But Rangers has been so poor this season, and we just see an evidence of what happened again. Enyimba wasn't fantastic in the second half, but Rangers failed to convert their chances. And trust me, at this point, I must say I'm disappointed as a Rangers fan. But it happens sometimes in football.
Where did you think that Rangers International lost this one? Because we saw the maestro of Kano Wake who returned back to the Cathedral, and of course Stanley Eguma was his substitutions and changes were quite phenomenal. We saw Iguilo trying to come in to change things for Rangers International, but it didn't work. Now, remember at the beginning of this talk we discussed about the technical ability between Stanley Eguma and Fidelis Electrico. Can we not say that Stanley Eguma won this against Fidelis?
Absolutely, he did. But I will tell you, Rangers players, they've been so poor. Oyebuchi wasn't there. That was one of the rock at the middle of the park. Talking about the defense. He wasn't there, so you just expect Rangers to be as poor as they can be at the defense. But I do not think it's down to the brilliance of Stanley Guma. Credit to him, Rangers players have been so poor. Obaje wasn't in the game. Isaac Xavier, he's not just finding his shooting boot. These guys are not what they should be this season. On a good day, Rangers will beat Enyimba at home. But credit to Enyimba, just like we saw in the first half, Rangers supporters started giving the kudos to Enyimba. You just cannot love or stop but loving these guys. They are just phenomenal in the first half. But Rangers lost this game to themselves. They have themselves to blame.
All right, it's quite interesting because since the arrival of Stanley Oguma to the Nigerian Premier Football League under Enyimba International, this is his second win in the season. We have an Enyimba fan that we want to talk to us. Bonita, please come talk to us about what transpired today. Big one for Enyimba International. How do you feel for your team, winning against Rangers International?
I'm smiling already. I'm smiling already because I
Okay.
called Enyimba my babies.
Okay, now they cover the
I'm
match.
happy that
Yes, come
they
on.
made me
Okay.
proud and they made me smile. So, but it was a tough game, right? Rangers tried, but
I did.
elephants always triumph. So, what do you expect?
Okay, the elephant against the antelopes. But do you think this is going to help Enyimba in any form? Because right now they are more than points than Rangers International. Are you still believing that there will be a continental ticket for Enyimba International?
Well, I won't say it's going to help them because we all know that Enyimba has been struggling this season. But to me, I think this win is more like proving a point because we all know what happens between Enyimba and Rangers match anytime. So I believe maybe this win is just to prove a point, but I don't think it's going to help us in any way because we are already struggling, we are already down. So it's not really going to shake or anything. But I'm still happy because this win is more like proving a point to Rangers that we are still the Oga boss.
Oriental Derby at the Cathedral. It is always fantastic. Let's also talk to one of the big fans of the Nigerian Premier Football League. A lot is happening. One for TV is covering it live. All right, big game for Enyimba International, big game for Rangers International. But at the end of the day, they are backside. Former champions, the biggest champions of the Nigerian Premier Football League are having this one.
What I have to say about the game, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was actually a tough game. Well, we saw end-to-end encounters, great game. But I think that Enyimba, so to speak, Enyimba had more coordination, both from defense to attack, especially in the first half. I actually saw that it was in the first half that they actually took the 3 points. The second half was just to cover up whatever loopholes they might have had. But they took their 3 points mainly from the first half. That free kick goal and then the second goal to make it up. Rangers were the people who actually came to actually know if they can actually cover it. But Enyimba sealed the deal from the first half of the game. That's my analysis.
Thank you very much. Talks around Enyimba International as well as Rangers. As it stands right now, it is looking dicey for Rangers International. Maybe no continental ticket for them, but for Enyimba International, they keep pushing, and we'll see what this one will end like. This is 1-4 TV, and of course, we'll bring you top sports stories on 1-4.